Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody here for the Sonshine Stamp Company design team. I'm actually going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout for you. I try to alternate what types of layouts or projects I do for you for the design team. That way you kind of can see different ways that you can use the stamps. I am using very first thing here, my favorite stamp from the stamp company. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that this is my favorite one, but this is the Kate's Hand stamp set, and it is this large alphabet. The stamps are about 1.25 to 1.5 inches tall, but they're really perfect. They're not too big for project life. They are big enough for a 12 by 12 layout. They actually fit a good number of different types of projects that you want to do. I've even used them on cards. So love this stamp set. Highly recommend this stamp set. If you were only to purchase one stamp from the company, from the Sonshine Stamp Company, I would recommend this one. This is by far my favorite. Excuse me. That being said, there are a ton of really cute ones in the shop too, so make sure you go check them out. I am very first thing stamping my title, or at least the major part of my title, and I'm using some, it's like a, let's see, what color ink did I use? I think I just used my paper tray ink, smoky shadow ink. It's supposed to be like a gray, but really it's a black ink. I just really like the color of it though. So this is the main part of my title, and it says, "Shh, Santa." And I'll kind of explain what the photo is, and then you'll see the rest of my title kind of come together. I did not know exactly what I wanted to do for my background, but I knew exactly what I wanted to do for my titles, which is why I'm doing this first. So this photo is a picture of Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and Santa Claus is holding a baby, and both Santa and the baby are asleep. And Mrs. Claus is behind them going, shh. And this is a super cute picture. This is a picture of my nephew Finn. He's my younger sister's son, and they took him to go get pictures done with Santa. And there is this Santa is back where, kind of, I think he's at the same place every year, but he's a really cool Santa Claus. I want to say we may have had, I don't think maybe this is the same guy we used to get our Santa pictures taken with when we were little, but he's really cool. He was always just so good. If it's the same one, either way, these pictures are just really cute. And my nephew kept falling asleep, so they went with it and made a really cute picture. So my title is, "Shh, Don't Wake the Baby, Santa." And so I just thought it was kind of a cute title to use with this photo, because it really highlights the fact that my nephew is asleep, and I don't know, it's just incredibly cute. So because I wanted my title to be the main part of this layout, I'm going to use a white background, and then I'm going to just do most of my embellishing around the photo, and I'm going to use a ton of paper layers. I've really been into layering papers here recently. I love kind of the just like haphazardly dropped paper pile, and it kind of looks like they all scattered a little bit. It's harder to create than you would think it is, but I really kind of like the look of that. And so I'm pulling out a couple different Christmas papers here, and all of these photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking this month for the Sonshine Stamp Company are all from last year's Christmas, but I am going to be focusing on Christmas because we are in the month of December, and I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays. So I have a very large stash of Christmas products. So I'm pulling out a lot of my Christmas products and just kind of keeping them on my desk this month. That way I can use them throughout the month, even though I'm not going to be scrapping this year's photos. I never scrap extremely current photos. I'm always scrapping at least a couple months older. So I just happen to have December photos from last year, so I'm going to pull those out and use those. All right, so I've got my first two paper layers, and these are using some October Afternoon papers. They're from the Eggnog collection, and it's the 6x8 paper pad that you saw me flipping through. And then I've got this pile of papers. These are 12 by 12 papers, but they are from October Afternoon as well. And I'm just kind of flipping through to see what I like. Kind of put them aside for a second because I'm not 100% sure what paper I want to use next. But I did find this brad, and it's from My Mind's Eye. It's from this, no. What is it from? Yeah, it's from, no, that was from, not My Mind's Eye. It is from October Afternoon as well, and it's from the Silent Nights collection, and it's just their designer brads, and it says Get Cozy, and it's that reddish pink that's also on those background papers that I already used behind, or the paper layers I already used behind my photo. So it just really coordinated well, and I just thought it was really cute. Get cozy. It just kind of goes with the falling asleep idea. Now I have this iris container that you see, and this is where I keep all of my Christmas papers. I keep them all here together, and it doesn't matter what brand they are. It doesn't matter what kind of product it is. I keep all of my products here together, so it's easy to use. It's easy to pull out. They're all right there together. Now I had these like blue and white little pieces of paper, and I just like the colors of them. So I'm trimming them down, and I'm going to use them as paper layers as well. They've got the blue and the white color that kind of match the middle part of my title. By the way, those middle tile alphas that I'm using are from Rosie's Studio, and they are mini statement stickers is what those are called. And a dear friend sent those, and I love them, but I don't know if you can get them here in the US, but you can definitely get them overseas if you would like them, but they're called Rosie's Studio. I originally stamped my title on this white cardstock to make it stand out against the background, so that if I used a colored background, you'd very easily be able to see the title. But since I am going to be using a white cardstock as my background, I still like the tone-on-tone effect of the white layered on top of the white. I like that effect. I like the journaling strips that are printed on white cardstock and cut apart and put on a white background. I just like that. I like the dimension that the cut paper adds to it without adding a whole lot of extra color. I also love the layering of doilies. So I'm going to use 3 different doilies on this page, which is a little more than what I typically do. I usually only use 1, possibly 2, but I use 3. I used 2 white ones. One's larger, one's smaller, and then I used a blue one, which really almost perfectly matches my little tile alphas that I used in my title as well. And I have my Freckled Fawn kit from November near my desk. Though you have not seen them all yet, I have already finished using my Freckled Fawn kit. I do have a lot of product left over from it though. So there are a lot of red things in there. So I'm keeping it around my desk so that I can continue to use it. I'll go into that in my Freckled Fawn kit review as to why I still have a lot left. But I'll explain that. That square paper clip is also from the Freckled Fawn November kit. Just going ahead and punching a hole here for my brad, and I'm just going to put Get Cozy right here beside the photo. And you saw me layer a black and white little tag or tab. It was part of a card that was cut apart from the Freckled Fawn kit, and that's just going right here under the edge of the paper that's behind the photo to give my brad a place to sit. It also brings just a small black and white element to that side of the photo, which kind of connects the coloring of the title with the other side of the photo. And my sh and the Santa are flat, and then I have the Don't Wake and the baby kind of at an angle, just to add a little bit of interest. At one point, I had asked for a challenge on my Facebook group, and I was challenged, though I didn't do it at the time. The idea came up of using up alpha stickers, and I really thought about this a lot, and it's really kind of difficult to use up alpha sticker sheets when not necessarily thickers, but the sticker sheets. When you get down to just a couple left, what do you do with them? I'm not one to just throw things away, so one of the ideas, which I'll share in this video, which I already did, and you did not catch it, I know, but I like to kind of keep them out near my desk, so anytime I need something small, or a letter or a small word, I can look and see if they're on any of those almost used up alpha sheets. Well, I needed some dots and an exclamation point because they are not included in the stamp set. And so I pulled those from one of those almost used up alpha sticker sheets. So that's what the dots are behind the sh and the exclamation point behind the Santa. Those are from one of those almost used up alphabet sticker sheets that I keep by my desk. This little cork tree is from the Freckled Fawn kit, and then so is this silver washi tape. Just like the color that it just adds another little bit of something. But I don't like the second piece of that washi tape that I put under the Get Cozy. I like just the small little pops of it. Now, I've got this paper clip at the top, and I really like the way it looks, but I feel like it's getting lost and it needs something by it. And so I'm going to take these word stickers, and these are from My Mind's Eye. They're the Sleigh Bells Alpha and Word stickers, and I'm going to layer it on top of that paper clip. But the word magic just kind of looks like it's sitting there. So I'm taking out some scraps out of my scrap bin and using another stamp from the Sonshine Stamp Company, and it is the Planner Basic stamp. And this is one of my other most frequently used stamps, and this is just an open banner. It's like the outline of a banner. I use this a ton. I use it for layering things on top of. I use it for small journaling. I use it for a little flip pocket tab. I use it for a ton of different things. And this is just another way that I'm using it, which is to layer it behind my little alpha sticker here that says magic. I'm also going to take 2 more of those stamps and layer it under the little Christmas tree, the cork Christmas tree. It just needs a little something. I felt like that Christmas tree was just kind of hanging out there and it does not look grounded to me. So I'm going to take this other red one that I stamped and then also stamp out another blue one, again in the same color tones of what's already on my layout. And I'm going to put that under my Christmas tree. So far I used on this layout 3 different stamp sets, and those are the 3 that I will use for this one. I used the calendar stamp set to stamp out December 2015. I used the Planner Basic stamp set to stamp out my little banners that I just put down, and then I also used the Kate's Hand stamp set to stamp out my title. And that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you go check out the blog for more photos of this layout as well as links to the shop, and that'll be in the description box below as well. All right guys, thank you.